Hello and welcome, Xbox Banger fans, to this, the Best of the Best Round 2 on Thursday, the 21st of May. Meeting starts very shortly, in about half an hour's time, 9:30. I am one of your commentators tonight. My name's Twisty, and my co-host is the man with a plan, the promoter who fills quotas. Vlad the Impaler wants to be Sean Taylor. Hello, Sean Taylor.
Hello, Mr. Twist. Thanks for the fantastic introduction there.
You're very welcome, mate. You put on a good lineup for tonight, and the crowd and myself are very excited for this.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good drivers in tonight. I think everyone who's here deserves to be in this, and it should be an interesting one. I look forward to see what cars people bring out, and you couldn't beat. There's some characters in here as well, so it'll be good to see what a lot of them have to say about throughout the meeting goes on as well.
Definitely. I think what we're going to do is we're going to set them off on a little practice. We are missing one driver. Steve Sitka, I believe, is still trying to get his car scrutineered. But the pit crew are down there looking over his car, and he'll be out on track as soon as possible. But whilst these guys are practicing, we'll have a bit of a run through them, won't we? Maybe see if one or two of them want to have a quick chat before the meeting starts. Those watching from the crowds, you can get in touch with us via the Twitch or via Mixer, or you might even be able to get hold of us if you've got our PMs by PMing us. Let us know if you want to have a shout out, or if you've got a certain driver you're going for. I've got a bad echo, apparently. We shall just...
a bad...
Apparently so. I will just check with this.
No issues in here. I don't have any echo off you. Don't know why that would be happening.
No, I can't hear an echo. That might be through certain spectators' earphones.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let me test it.
Can't hear anything through mine, and there's a couple that are replying saying there isn't an echo, so I think we're all right.
All right, okay. I think we're all right. No worries.
So, do you want to start going through some of these drivers, Sean?
Yeah, right. So we'll start at the top of the list. Is Staples, the number 2 machine. He was in last in the first round, the best of the best, and he managed to qualify again. He's the VBRL seed in this one. He got in through being the highest point scorer over a week, and he's currently sitting second in the points in VBRL. And he's also top of the points over at SBL as well. Very, very fast driver. Probably a bit hated, as he likes to say, as he will quite happily tell people himself. But I think a driver that could easily win tonight, but possibly someone that might have a target on his back.
Definitely. I mean, I think in terms of choosing a route to try and qualify, he's picked one of the harder routes by winning the week 15 points in VBRL, because as most people know, we do run 2 or 3 meetings a night, so to win them points and to get in that way proves that he's a consistent driver. And
yeah, definitely.
He didn't do all the meetings either. I keep a track of all the meetings during the week, and he missed a couple of meetings and still managed to qualify as top point scorer, which is impressive.
Yeah.
I think having done that last meeting, he's going to have a bit more experience going into this one, and I think that might pay off.
Yeah, definitely will. He's also the Paddy Whack champion as well, which he just beat me for, which was. But he's not been around the scene for a long time. He's probably one of the newer drivers to the scene.
Yes, I'd agree with you there. But a very quick driver, often in with his teammates as well, which don't think he's got any teammates in tonight, has he? So that might hinder him slightly.
We'll see.
So, next driver on my list, and funnily enough, we've had a spectator already commenting on the live feed that he's standing with the Garmston family, all 65 of them, and they're going to be cheering on number 11, Liquor G. Now, how did Liquor G qualify, Sean?
Liquor G qualified through the Driver of the Month vote, which was put up a few days ago. And there were some fantastic drivers that on the list, and every single one of them deserved to be in it. He just beat Yelland by only a handful of votes. So he's in it, and he's been quite vocal that he believed that he should be in it. And it's probably not wrong. I think probably not the most driver that turns up. I mean, attendance-wise, he's not here a lot of the time, but when he does show up, he's one of the drivers that is normally near the front of the grid. And you normally see him. You see him at the top on the podiums, and definitely bringing home the checkered flag on a regular basis when he does race.
Yeah, I mean, the poll was for the April Driver of the Month, and Liquor G won the World Cup, the VBRL World Cup in April. I mean, these days I think he tends to be more of a PC driver. But definitely. Like you said, when he does turn up on Xbox, he's always at the front. Whether that's because he's not got as many enemies, possibly, but he's definitely fast. He's a quick driver, so I don't think we can take anything away from him, even if there were a lot of people moaning about the result of the Driver of the Month vote. But it was only between two drivers. It was only ever going to be between two drivers by the looks of it. I think he deserves his spot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, things will be done slightly different moving on next month for that sort of thing, but that will be information will be let out in due course.
Of course, yeah.
So we move on to the next driver, and that would be 113 Isit.
Okay.
And Isit qualified via SBL, which is my promotion, and he won the US Open Championship. Quite new to the Xbox scene, but has definitely hit the ground running, and he's been on fire lately with been winning everywhere. Really, he doesn't really have any wars as such, which definitely goes in his favour. As it always does. If you've got no enemies, then you can get away clean.
Yeah, definitely. But again, that's not taking anything away from him as a driver. He is rapid on the game.
And as choices, Rammer is normally the choice. Must have a yard full of them.
Well, my first knowledge of it was in a saloon stock meeting in VBRL, and of course we run the Rammers for the saloon stocks. And it turned up first meeting, knew nothing about him, and he pretty much won everything from the front. And he's been carrying on winning since then, and I think he was one of only 2 red tops to qualify for the British, starting at the back of the grid every race. So if that doesn't show he's got the pace, then nothing will. Now, how we'll get on tonight with a bunch of other fast drivers is another question.
Yeah.
And I think we've got a few drivers changing cars at the moment during the practice, which is interesting. We'll come back to that in a bit. But yeah, I think we could see him going well. Bookies have got him down as 3-1, which I think is fair odds. It recognises that he's a quick driver, and we should see him there. I'm expecting a podium from him as a minimum.
Yeah, definitely. I would as well. So who have you got next?
Well, sticking with a 3-1, we're going to go to number 59, Sleazy Lad, a driver I believe you know a lot about.
Yeah, sadly, I do.
Sadly. So when I was chatting to Sleazy earlier on, he was telling me that he's got 13 years of experience. Not sure what that experience is in. But he's also top of the WBL points, which is Satsuma's league. on the Wreckfest
Yeah.
Banger community. Is that correct? Banger
Yeah.
console community, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and he also said he likes to stir. So does that mean he's going to be putting people in today instead of racing, or what are you expecting him to do?
I don't know. Possibly what he means by stir. Maybe he's a witch. You don't never know with him. You know, it could be anything. You know, you gotta be careful of him.
Fair enough.
You know, he's part of my team. I've known him for a long time. He's part of the Barton boys. He was what we would class as probably our top rodder. I don't know why, to be honest. But he got in through being the highest points. Only because I turned down the place that was offered to me. I'm sure you won't like me saying that. But yeah, I think as a driver, you don't see much. All the leagues, he tends to do some of the later nightly meetings really.
Yes.
Hence why you tend to see him over the meetings run by Satsuma.
Yeah, he certainly concentrates on that league, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's been very good over there. And you can't deny when he does race, he's one of the quicker drivers. And I think, and he'll say himself sometimes, he does put on quite a good show. I mean, he'll be wrecking or rodding and possibly upset a few drivers along the way. And that's sort of the way he's always has been.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen a lot of him, obviously, because he doesn't do many VBRL meetings. But previous to Wreckfest coming out, I've known a Sleazy all of them 13 years, and
Yeah.
he's always been the same. He likes a laugh. He likes to enjoy his racing, and
Yeah,
that
definitely.
doesn't necessarily mean winning. So bookies have got him at 3-1. I think that's a bit short, personally. He's definitely fast enough to be 3-1, but he could end up wrecking. I can't see him finishing the final. Personally, I can see him going the wrong way.
No, I can see that as well. To be fair, I mean, he's already said he's here for a bit of a crash tonight, so I'm expecting that. So as we move further down the list, we have Will 248, who was also in last month's in the first round of the Best series, and rightly so that he's in the second one. As you know, if you get in 2 rounds, you're quite clearly one of the best.
Yeah.
He got in through DW Promotions by winning the Microbanger World Championship. And It's no surprise that he is here again, really, is it?
No, I think if he ever fancies on changing his gamer tag, I think the best gamer tag he could go to is Consistency 248, because he's always up there, always in with a chance of winning. He qualified through in the DW Promotions Micro World.
Yeah.
But I think he was second or third in the weekly points as well for VBRL. So, yeah, no matter what race it is, no matter what league it is, he will be up there fighting for the lead. Are we expecting to see a rerun of round 1 tonight, though, with his battle with another driver we've yet to mention?
Possibly. I mean, if he doesn't, I do know that there's possibly a couple other drivers that may go after him as well. So we'll see. We'll see there.
I'm personally hoping he has a bit more of a run this time and can show people what he can do, because we know he's a quick driver.
Yeah, definitely.
And it would be nice to see him battling for the lead. I'm going to get absolutely smashed here in this practice.
Oh.
I'm just going to retire it up there before I get ploughed into the fence. I've been followed in, yeah.
No,
Pocket Rocket is not the car to be followed in.
I've not been nudged, so everything's fine now. You might need a nip to the St. John's ambulance there.
I think I'll need more than a nip to the St. John's ambulance after that, yeah. That was horrendous.
Possibly,
right.
yeah. I'm sure the Tesco around the corner can get yourself some Band-Aids.
The other side of the car park. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah. We'll have a trip there during the interval. Okay, back to my list. we have on
Yeah.
my list number 133, Lucky X1133.
Yeah.
A driver who has sort of... I didn't see a lot of him during last year. He was doing other leagues and not really associating himself with the league that I run. But this year he's sort of got into Wreckfest in a big way, and he's doing all the leagues, and he's helping out a lot over at WTC. He even designed the poster for today's meeting, which is absolutely fantastic, as I'm sure everyone will agree. He qualified through the SBL European. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry. Ignore that completely. He's the cage seed, isn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say, where did that come from?
I've got my list here of stuff they've won in the past, and
yes, he has.
He has won that in the past, hasn't he? But he did qualify through, I think it was the Marston Open run at Cage.
Yes, he was, yeah, you're correct.
And he was one of the first drivers to be picked to race tonight. I think possibly he was slightly aggrieved not to get in the first round last time. But he takes up his place tonight, and I think he deserves his place.
Yeah, definitely. He's a quick driver, and he had been quick on over the years, and he's been quick on Wreckfest since moving on to Wreckfest. I raced a lot with him last year in my league, and as shown tonight, racing crap. as you know, utter some stuff that no one else will pick, and he's fast in it. And he'll say that the outlaw that he's racing tonight, he managed to get fourth in the WTC World Final. So it just shows how quick he is. And he was at the top three pretty much all race.
Yeah,
he was
I
within
watched...
contention of winning that. So it just shows to me if you can get a car that fast, if that's slow, you know, a car that's not, you wouldn't class as one of the quick cars. To be up there most of the meet, it takes a lot of skill, that, and but so I think that'll be good.
Yeah, I think he's definitely one of the contenders. Like many of the drivers tonight as well, he's come from PlayStation, believe it or not. He's been a two-time champion on PlayStation points, and I believe world titles. I think a promotion called Oval Star.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, he's definitely one to watch for tonight, I believe.
Fantastic. Right. So we move down. Next is Cat 930. And he got in tonight by winning the WTC seed, which was the Micro Banger Figure of 8 World Championship. I'm pretty sure that's right. I've not raced much with Mr. Cant, but he's very quick when you do race with him. I believe he's part of TGU.
Yeah.
He's one of the two drivers that have managed to qualify for tonight. So that may go in his favour tonight with it. You know, when you've got a teammate in here, that's going to be good for him. And I think we could see some good racing out of him. He's currently sat in a P5. Hopefully, he'll sit in that as we move out of the practice. I don't think he's normally one of the quick drivers and quite an old driver as well. Actually, he's been around the scene for probably a good few years.
Yeah, I mean, I've been chasing Canty round tracks since the grid days, and I do mean chasing because I've never seen anyone as fast as him on any racing game. I'm quite happy to say that. And from what I've seen of him so far on Wreckfest, I think if you put him in an even car with anybody else on track, apart from maybe Ghosty, he's going to beat them. He's going to beat them for time. So that is why the bookies have made him the favourite. He's odds-on favourite for winning this. Obviously, with it being a banger meeting, the odds-on favourite usually has a target on the back, and therefore the favourite title might slip off him as the race goes on, as the meeting goes on, and somebody else might take that up. But if it comes down to a straight shootout between him and another driver, I think he'll win it, personally.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that. So, who've we got next?
Well, we might as well go next to his teammate, who is in the meeting also, number 157, Gru.
Yeah.
And
how did he get in?
Gru?
I've know probably as much as Mr. Kant, but I know he got in through tonight through the calendar by his team winning the Calendar Cup championship.
Yeah, so
and he was nominated by his fellow team members to race tonight. What was it? Well, maybe if he's captain, I don't really know, but to win the cup alone is a hard feat to do, and as I know myself, it's not an easy thing to do, and even to try and repeat that, I can't even get anywhere near again. So, and then obviously we decided to show that people deserve, if you win that, you also deserve to be in something like this because you're good enough.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Gru came on the scene around December sort of time, and he tends to pick and choose the meetings he does. He tends to stick to the main meetings. And he first came to my attention when he won the second Bangor World Series qualifying round. It might actually be the first one. Yeah, it was the first one.
First one. I'm just reading my notes about it. It was the first one.
It was the first one. So that's when he first came to my attention. And then I noticed in a meeting a couple of weeks after that, which was another big meeting. Again, he was well up there with a chance of winning it. So I think he's the sort of driver in a meeting like this where it's all on one race. He could go and do it. He could do nothing in the heats. I'm expecting him to do nothing in the heats. And then in the final, I think he could be an outside shout. And I know last time I picked Bristow to win. So I think this time my money's going to go on Gru. And I'm going to try and make it 2 out of 2 for winning the round 2.
Yeah, so, I think that's a good shout, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. Little bit of a fun fact about Gru. He once had a nightmare that he was at Barrymore's swimming pool party. I don't know whether you heard that.
No, I've not heard that, no.
No, well, that's a fun fact. Or I'm not sure it's a fun fact, but it's a fact.
I'm sure he'll enjoy you hearing you say that.
Yes. So, moving on very quickly from that, should we talk about last time, or round 1's champion, 445 Bristow?
Yes. Yeah, 445 Bristow. Really new on the scene, but is again another driver that has set the scene on fire recently. He won the first Best of the Best series in what he'd probably class a lucky win, but a win's still a win. And probably if he hadn't qualified, there's a good chance he probably would have got in another way.
Definitely. He's obviously, I picked him last time. The reason I picked him is because he is rapid. Another fun fact about Bristow, and I'm sure you're panicking at this stage, at this next fun fact. He's one of the only drivers that uses a steering wheel.
Yes, I read that. I actually didn't know that, which is quite interesting, actually, for a guy. Using a wheel on this game can be a bit hit and miss. I have used one before, but it's sort of like in between, so it takes even more skill than usually.
Yeah, I think you're right there. It surprised me that. I mean, I don't know whether it's quicker on a wheel or slower on a wheel. I'd expect it to be slower on a wheel. But definitely not slower for him. And if it is slower for him, then I'd hate to see him on a pad, is all I'm going to say. So
I'll have to get the panel beaters out for the pace
pocket.
Car.
Yeah,
have some dens.
The pocket rocket's going to need more than panel beaters, I'm afraid. That is well and truly gone. I've just abandoned it in the middle of the track. With it being the final practice, I thought no, it can just stay there. It gets wrecked.
Right. So as we move quickly along, as we're running out a little bit of time, we'll try and get through these as quick. So next on mine would be 662 Perkster. He was the track star seed. And he's currently leading their points well clear with only one meeting left to go. There's pretty much a good chance that he's going to take that title. He's been around for a long time in the community. What have you got to say about him?
Well, I don't know much about him of late, but as you say, he has been around in the community for years, and he was always a quick driver. Possibly not quick, but one of these consistent drivers that is always there in the points. Gets on with everyone. Likes to put a hit in when he can, here and there. And I think, for me personally, the thing I like most about this seed is that we have a Trackstar seed, and Trackstar is one of the cornerstones of the Xbox Banger community. Yeah, and it's massively great to see a seed coming from that promotion and racing here with us tonight.
Yeah, well, probably one of the first promotions to be around, and one of the longest running, probably, if not the longest running. I'd probably say probably the longest running promotion. So definitely impressive from there. I will also say Perks is also the caged English champion as well. So he's definitely a fast driver, and normally you see him in some interesting material. He's known for racing interesting material in real bangers, and also known for it on here as well.
Definitely.
So moving down the list.
Yeah, one driver that I don't know a great lot about is number 319 Connor Shin. Don't know whether you know much about Connor.
Connor is a driver that he used to be a part years ago back on GTA 4 when I used to run leagues on there, probably talking 5-6 years ago now. He used to be on there and he was quick on there. He was one of the regular drivers, and he disappeared for a long time, as like myself did as well. But it seems he's not. I've not seen him. I've only seen him race a couple times on Wreckfest, and he got in through winning the Northern Bangers qualifier that they ran.
Right. Okay.
So it shows to me the way he's qualified. It's not an easy way to qualify because it was a very hard meeting from what I looked. I think it was about 5 or 6 lobbies, and the list of drivers in the meeting was it was highly contested. To win it, he's got a good chance, I think, tonight. And it's nice to see some new drivers that we don't normally see, and and see what they can really do.
Yeah, definitely, and it's again nice to see Northern Bangers represented here tonight. And from what I've seen from my brief time on the promotions page, it's a very professionally run outfit. One that I might have to try in the future.
Yeah, I've not tried it myself, lack of time and everything, but it's definitely one that I'm quite interested in, and I've kept my eye on. So if we just quickly run through the last couple.
Get these last few drivers done. I think we've got 3 to do, haven't we?
I'm sure we'll mention more as we go on. So we've got 257 Steve Sipka, who won last night through the last chance.
Last chance winner, yeah.
Hurrah.
Very difficult meeting to get through.
Very difficult meeting to get through. You watched the race, I believe. I wasn't.
Yeah, I mean the race itself was led, I'd say, 18.5 to 19 laps by Epic Sandwich, who you'll remember from round 1 was very prominent in the heats. But Steve Sitka, he stayed near the front all the way through it and picked his chance well to take the lead on the final lap and take his position here tonight. And them last chance races are really nerve-wracking races. So to get through in that format proves that he's got the nerves, and I think that'll prove him well tonight. I think he'll do well tonight. Another driver that comes from the grid days, He's had a lot of success with his team, Handsome team.
Mm.
And whilst he's picked up a lot of points, he's not had a massive amount of success as a singles driver.
No.
But he mainly plies his trade in VBRL and caged promotions, from what I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the drivers that I've not seen much of, so I'm excited to see what he can bring tonight. As we move on from him, we come with 367, which is Eat My Meat, which we've seen him last time, and he qualified through the Entertainer of the Month vote. He was actually second in the Entertainer of the Month vote, but sadly the winner of the vote, Trappy 13, wasn't able to make tonight and was passed down. Yeah, which is a shame. I'm sure we can. Sure, he'll get in again through another way.
Yeah, hopefully
for next time possibly. Yeah,
but we're not sad to see Eat My Meat here. Definitely not.
No, and personally on this list, I think he's the most versatile driver here. The fact that he last month got in through by winning the English at Wreckfest Banger League, and this time he's the Entertainer. You know, you couldn't get probably a more versatile driver who's so quick and so good at wrecking as well. You couldn't get, he's best of both worlds, really.
Yeah,
a bit of a nightmare sometimes as well. If he's the driver that's against you, he's a nightmare.
Yeah, I think it looks like he's going for a wingman tonight. That's currently illegal. We're just getting the scrutineers to go and check that car over for him. With him being in the wingman, I'd expect to see him more on the entertaining side tonight, in the oppo zone. I'm guessing he's going to be aiming for a couple of drivers, but we'll not spoil the surprise at this stage. We'll see. We'll see how he gets on with that.
Yeah.
So, final driver on the list, and another entertainer.
Yeah.
Number. And I'm hoping I'm going to get this right. In fact, I'm going to check. Yeah, number 276, the Joker's 276. One of WTC's entertainers. Only started racing in December on the Xbox scene. I have seen him in a lot of random lobbies, shall we say, and he's always on the wreck. I very rarely see him finish a race. And again, he's in a wingman, so I'm not expecting him to be doing anything different to wrecking tonight.
No, so it's nice to see a couple of people that are going to be causing some carnage. And he's new to me. I've not seen him race at all, so I'm looking forward to see what he can bring to this. And he was he's obviously good enough to get in because he was highly voted in tonight's.
Yeah, definitely. And similar to you, I mean, I don't know what he's going to be like in a meeting format, but I'm looking forward to it, and I think we're about getting ready for it now.
Yeah.
Cars are starting to line up and come through the gate. Just looking, there's just a couple of drivers left to try and tighten the harnesses. We'll try and get them to hurry up, and we'll see how the running goes for Heat 1.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Some fantastic drivers in this, as we've mentioned, everybody. So this will be fun. Hopefully, we'll get a chat with a couple of them after a couple of races. So this is going to be Heat 1. So hopefully
all the drivers seem to be behaving so far, which is a good start.
Let's let them all line up.
And we're going to spectate today from the start-finish line position.
All right, okay. So somewhere different. You've had a new place to perch your camera then.
Yeah. Could you tell me who's the inside driver? Is it?
It is. It's it. And then Connor Shin's on the outside.
Is it going in the dark blue colours? That's a very JWO looking car, but I don't think it's JWO colours. I don't think he's a JWO driver, is he?
No.
Okay, Mr. Starter, I think we're ready to go.
Awesome. and we're going to get rolling. So it seems like the front two there are in Rammers on the first row. That seems to be a choice of car tonight.
Yeah, of course, tonight drivers, they have to use the same car all the way through the meeting, unlike the first meeting where they could have 2 or 3 different cars. And we're on board with Visit as he sets off on the first lap and into the first corner in first place. Connor Shin in second, trying to go up the inside, looks like he's going to do. And Licker G looks like he's going to go round into third place. He is indeed in third place now. Licker, is it still in first? Connor Shin second. Licker G already attacking Connor Shin though.
I've had some small problems with the...
we've had a small problem with the pace car. He's managed to just about get through the gap there.
Had a little bit of a coming together with Eat My Meat, but we're all alright now.
Eat My Meat already putting big shots in on the pace car, that's what we like to see. Is it though, winning this one by a nice margin at this stage. The battle seems to be down in third between Licker G and Gru. And Lucky there in that Outlaw, that old looking car. He's going well up in 5th place. Is it still
so
well out in the lead?
It looks like Eat My Meat is after Will again. It looks like it's a repeat of last time. It's looked like going to add some into this, definitely.
We may go on board. We may go on board with Eat My Meat and watch some of that action, because at the moment the lead seems to be fairly safe with Visit. And we're currently on board with Eat My Meat, and he's pulling across the front of Connor Shin there, who's in second place. Jay Kant's made his way up to third place. We said he was fast, and he's certainly proven it in this lobby full of superstars. Here Eat My Meat goes, big shot on Will on the nose, and Joker's going into the back of Eat My Meat. That was a cracking shot, no wonder he's through on the Entertainers Award.
Yeah, he's definitely making it worthwhile there, isn't he? His vote. He's definitely making that spot worthwhile. And if we look a little bit further down the grid, there was a great race there between Kant and Licker G for third. Kant seems to have moved up to second now. Kant is pulling away. He's definitely one of the faster drivers in this one, but is clear at them. Doesn't look like anyone. Connor's
nice
got
tidy
away
line
with him on the home strip.
We're on board with Jay Kant at the moment, giving chase to Is It. He's got Connor Shin in front of him, who's a lap down. Connor Shin was running second at one stage, so strange to see him all the way back here.
Oh, and it looks like there's a lot coming together on turns one there. Looks like Will was involved there.
Yeah,
no surprise there. He's kind of looking a bit worse for wear.
Wills is very close to being wrecked as he follows Is It. We'll jump back on board with Is It now to watch him in the last few laps to see if he does take the win. He's got Will right behind him. Is Will? Do you think Will will try and take a shot at him from a lap down? Is he that sort of driver?
I'd like to think not, but I wouldn't put it past me. Joker's has gone on a big hit there on Will. That's so Will and Sleazy there. Bristow's turned it round now as well. Bristow's going to get involved in on the action. On turn 4 there.
Joker's going in on the leader, he's put Is It in.
And it's Connor Shin, and it's Kant. Kant goes through.
Yeah, it's Jay Kant in the lead, because of course Connor Shin is still a lap down at this stage. So, Jay Kant is your leader, and I think that was that Sleazy on Oppo there, going for the leader. He got Connor Shin instead, who was a lap down. That's the last thing you need when you're a lap down, is somebody taking you out on Oppo. Jay Kant going into the final corner now on lap 15. Is he going to take this first heat?
It looks like he's going to be able to. Look at Gene second. He's been able to do that nice and clear there. No real issues there. He managed to get second place back there from Licker G on the start-finish straight there. Lucky bringing home it in 4th in the Outlaw. An impressive showing from him. Perkster in 5th in a Bulldog. Another impressive car, actually. It's an unusual machine.
Yeah, so Jay Kant there, proving why he is the bookie's favourite for this title. one thing I noticed on that last corner, I don't know whether you spotted it or not, Sean. Gru took up a position in front of Jay Kant going into the last corner, and he took the brunt of the Oppo from, I think it was Jokers on Oppo, possibly Sleazy, might be getting that wrong way around. But Gru took the hit, and that allowed Jay Kant then just to slip by with no problems and come through in first place.
Yeah, and that's the, as we were mentioning earlier, the helpful thing of having a teammate in here. Just to take them hits for you, rather than you having them.
Yeah, so, definitely. I mean, he wasn't doing much in the terms of blocking and helping Jay Kant into the lead, but once he was in the lead, he set about on them blockers, trying to stop them.
Yeah, 100%. That was a good start to the race there. To tonight's meeting, I think we're on for a good one as we move forward.
Definitely. So,
who would you got a favourite for the next one?
Well, I mean, based on that one, you're gonna have to go with Jay Kant, aren't you? One driver I think did impress me was Lucky, finishing 4th in his Outlaw. That's a very impressive feat in a car like that to come home in 4th. So he definitely impressed me, and also Perks coming home in 5th. We didn't really see a lot of him. I think he started towards the back of the grid, but he worked his way through nicely, trying to stay out of the carnage and bring it home in 5th. And with a longer race, of course, he's going to have more time to get to the front and possibly take a win in the final.
Yeah, I think possibly a driver that could sort of stay under the covers and stay out of people's way and possibly make it through. You never know. It could be interesting. I've was in the English Open Championship with him, and he was in a Firefly, believe it or not, and absolutely rapid. And not a car you'd expect to be as quick that against the 2 litres of the Gremlin and stuff. And one of the quicker men racing that night. He was unlucky not to win it, to be honest.
Definitely. Just a quick announcement before we go into Heat 2. We've had reports of a caravan blocking one of the emergency exits. We believe the owner is Daniel Nelson. So if Daniel Nelson can hear us, please get to that emergency exit and move that caravan, just in case the ambulance needs to get through. Okay, so I think we're ready to go for Heat 2.
Right, so as we pull away with the pace car, as we let everybody just sort themselves out further down. Liquor G is on pole in this one with Steve Sitka on the outside. So again, it's a row cut and then a rammer is the front 2 cars.
Liquor G leading the way. Margaret will be going absolutely mental in the stands for this one. Watching her favourite driver, as will Karen, I believe, is also in attendance watching Liquor G tonight. Okay, Mr. Starter, I think we're ready to go. Let's start building up the pace. Here we go. Thought you was going to start singing for us there, mate.
No, I can't if you want. Maybe do a national anthem. Right. And Liquor G's got the start there.
He's away with Steve Sitka in 2nd place and Staples in 3rd, Bristow 4th, Jay Kant in 5th. He's the man to watch. Liquor G pulling out a nice lead there going into turn 3 and 4. Steve Sitka keeping it nice and tight, doing what he did in the last chance race and just being there. He looks like he might actually be catching Liquor slightly as we go into lap 3 and come down the back straight into turn 3 and 4. Is it? He's already at the back there, not having as good a start as he did last race. Staples now moving up to 2nd place.
So it looks like Liquor G has got the lead, but it doesn't look like it's going. He's pulling away so far. Staples and Steve Sitka and Kant are all quite close behind. They're having a battle. It might allow Liquor G to pull away here if they don't sort themselves out. Lucky is also up there in 6th, so if they keep messing about, it's a good chance that he could get up there as well here. It looks like Eat My Meat. He's just letting them go by, sort of just looking for his prey, and his prey might be coming upon him, which is Will as they come down the home straight, and it looks like he may be going for it. Look at the grid, it's still Lickage, yeah.
Notice that man there again in second place, Jay Cant.
He's flying there tonight. And, it also looks like Bristow has also made it up there as well. But it's a bit of coming together. And Staples is backing up to second. Lickage still out in front at the moment with a bit of a... It looks like Will and Eat My Meat are coming together on the home straight there.
They're battling again, aren't they? It's round 2.
Yeah. Ding ding.
Jay Cant now
So,
right on the back of Licker G.
He's all over the back of him. Is he going to put a hit in, or is he going to hold off for the time being? And he's up the inside line as he goes into turn 3. He's going to make his move. Staples is also coming in. Is he going to go for a hit? Staples has also managed to get past Licker G. Licker G's dropped down to 3rd place. Cant is moved up to the lead, and the Staples gone around the outside. And it looks like Cant might be away and clear in this one.
Yes, Licker G has been spun out in second place by Steve Sitka. So Jay Cant now well out in the front. So we come across
Some
Will and Eat My Meat again. If you notice that who's there, lap down. He's slowing down just to back up his teammate, Gru. He's just on the exit of turns 2, going into turn 3. He's going to clear out any of the blockers now, which is Eat My Meat. There he goes with a shot on Eat My Meat, and that's going to allow Cant to come through nice and cleanly. Very effective team racing that.
Kept him, yeah, just kept him a little bit busy, just enough to cause some issues for him.
So once again, Gru taking the hit, but that's not worked quite as well this time. Cant's lost it to Staples, who's now in the lead.
I think that was Will that took the hit. We're giving the hit there.
Yeah, not often you see Will on Oppo there.
No, not at all. That was rather a massive hit from Will. Maybe throw the toys out the pram with.
Possibly.
Is that Gru's on Oppo now? Looks like he'd probably be looking for Staples, and Staples has been stopped.
Steve Sitka's come through though. Steve Sitka's going to take this one. Just from Staples in second place. And that man Jay Cant getting 3rd.
And that was Tom Keep who caused that issue there for Staples. As they entered the turn 3, he was just sat in front of him. And you ain't moving that wingman at all. That thing weighs a ton.
Yeah.
So a good, interesting result there. So it's Steve Sitka takes 1st place with Staples in 2nd. Mr. Can in 3rd again. Bristow in 4th. Perks doing 5th. A driver who didn't see all race, but again, he just sort of he's there. It's sort of interesting to see. He wasn't involved in any action up front, but in the longer racing, as we move on to the final, this could be an interesting one.
Yeah,
we may see more from him.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was definitely a sign of things to come, though. I think Steve Sitka played a nice game there throughout that. His fastest lap only coming out at a 16.4. When I say only, I mean that for me is rapid. But as you see, Canty with a 16.1. It's not near the same pace as Canty, but he just stayed in contention all the way through it and just waited for his chance. And much like the last chance qualifier, he probably only led for about 50 metres, but it was that 50 metres that counted.
Yeah, definitely it did. So a good result there, I think. Another good race, as we have a small interval before the final, and hopefully we can get somebody in here to have a chat with.
Yeah, we're just going to see if we can have a quick chat with any of them.
If any of them aren't too busy getting the cards ready for...
yeah, if none of them are interested in coming in, I'm going to give this man an invite. and see whether he fancies a quick chat with us, Mr. Sleazy Lad. No doubt he'll be wanting to come in after the final if he wins the final, but based on them 2 heats so far, I think it's safe to say he's not winning the final.
No,
hopefully he proves me wrong. But we'll see.
Well, we may have to take his title as top rodder at Barton Boys. I'm kind of upset that he's not in team colours either, but you know that will be a discussion after the meeting with him. He will be taken around the back of the shed and given a good talking to.
Yeah. Well, that was Heat 2's done. It's disappointing to see a couple of drivers looks like they're leaving the circuit there. I think that's 268 Damien Bush. Looks like he's getting in his car and leaving after Heat 2. That's not like him. I don't know what's going on over there.
No, must have had I believe he was helping Will out.
Yeah, that's strange. That, I mean, maybe it's got to in the pressure. There doesn't seem to be any chance of Sleazy coming in by the looks of things. We've had a couple of issues. Oh, here he is. Okay, we'll just let him get his audio sorted. Have you clicked onto your audio, mate?
Yeah, I think we've got wire on. Just hang on. Just 2 seconds. Move it from my nipple. Yeah. That's it. There we go. Yeah, we're on.
Have you ticked the box? We all good?
Yes. I've got my headset on.
Yeah,
we're charged up. I'm ready.
We're coming through. So,
right,
Heat 1 and Heat 2, mate. What happened?
I tell you something. That is a quick lobby. There's some very fast drivers out there.
Yeah, I think I think looking at it, it's not a lobby I personally want to be racing in.
It's very difficult. Very difficult. You get taken out and that's it. You've got absolutely no chance of getting back up into top 3. And he's shown out time and time again how quick he is.
No, unless you miss the can. There's still a draft that can do that tonight. So far, he's been taken out and managed to work his way back forward. Maybe just not fast enough.
It could be that.
So have you got any plans for the final then to try and counteract that?
Yeah. If you could leave the handbrake off the pace car again, Sean, that'd be fantastic.
Did we have a few issues there with it rolling back on track?
Yeah, it appeared that way. Yeah, it gave the lads a good laugh though. As you can see, we all managed to make sure that it belonged on the track.
We did wonder that they've just come through actually on the service to tell us that the interval is going to be an extra 5 to 10 minutes. That must be the reason. They must be repairing that pace car.
Yeah, I think it may be in a few bits.
Some good mechanics there.
we may need a new shell for the next one. But if obviously you're hoping to win it yourself, is anybody? If you don't, who would you put your?
Anybody really. I think we're all having a good chatting party, and it should be a good laugh overall. We're all enjoying it.
Is that one of the? I can hear there on the sides there. There's one of the spectators.
Getting a bit of. Sounds like one of the spectators behind me. Just made his way up to race control. With an important message.
Right. Well, I'm going to leave you two to chat for a little while. I'm just going to pop to the services, and then we'll be back for the final.
Fantastic. So I see you managed to bring out the Supra again. Is that your favourite choice of car?
Yeah, possibly. I just like being sideways. I'm not too bothered about winning race.
Not too bothered about winning race. So not a VBRL regular. Where would you say your favourite place to race is normally?
Oh, it's got to be our home track, Maston. It's pretty quick round there. Or is it Vale Falls, possibly? I think.
So more of a circuit man rather than an oval racer.
Yeah, the inner oval is definitely not my.
Not your forte. Not your cup of
No.
tea. So, as things been, I'm guessing things have been livening up as we've seen with Will and Eat My Meat. Seems to have been a carry on from the first round. Is it making
It's entertaining
interesting
to
things
see.
for?
Yeah,
I was going to say, is it making
it's
it
slowing a
interesting to
few
get round
drivers
on
up
track?
and giving a chance for some hits to go in.
Yeah, definitely. What's your thoughts on some of the material that have been brought out tonight?
I'm a bit disappointed that a lot of people, over half the participants, have turned up in rammers. But there is like Lucky, who's in his Ford Coupe,
Yeah.
and the two Cadillacs causing a bit of carnage on turn 4 and 3.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a few interesting cars in there. I mean, Perks is in a Bulldog, which is obviously a Volvo. An interesting choice car. I mean, the favorite, you're always going to get the faster car, like rammers and road cutters. Regardless of the meeting, everyone wants to win at the end of the day. But everyone seems to be using the cars as best as they can by the looks of things.
It looks that way. Yeah, I'm hoping that the final's going to be a little less roddy and a bit more wrecky, but we'll see.
It needs to be for you,
Hopefully.
really, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. If I've got any chance of winning. I'd be happy with top 3, to be honest.
Well, at the moment, I think you'll be happy with top 10.
To be fair, in the main races,
Yeah.
I always aim for top 3, and anything more is a bonus.
Yeah, well, I'm just hoping I finish these couple of races.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Right, I think we're probably looking at trying to get the final underway. I think we're getting a call that most of the drivers are ready. We'll get you let you go and get yourself strapped in.
Yep.
For,
Some announcements,
the final.
I think. I'm not sure.
I've not had any announcements personally. I have had one fun fact come through from the TGU captain, which is Gru157. Apparently, the spot that was given out to the TGU team was sorted out on a roulette table.
Quite interesting.
I do have an announcement here. Can the owner of the Blue Honda Jazz, registration AN14ABJ, that's AN14ABJ, please move your vehicle as you are blocking access to the emergency service, and in the event of an emergency, we won't be able to
repeat that,
guarantee
please,
the drivers.
and separate them digits, please, Sean. I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, sorry. That's AN14ABJ.
Is that
a Blue Honda
14?
Jazz. Yes.
AM14.
ABJ.
Okay, excellent, mate. And what are they blocking in?
They are blocking access to emergency services.
That sucks.
Repeat the registration again for us one more time.
Could you get out of the commentary box, please, sir? You're supposed to be in this final now, and you're holding up the meeting.
That's it. Yeah,
You've got paying customers in the grandstand who are waiting to see you race.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Unbelievable.
I think it looks like he wants to be a commentator more than a driver.
I think he does, doesn't he? I think he does.
Unbelievable, seeing as I give him my place,
I believe you was both fighting for the place in the commentary box. And he was unlucky and got to race in the meeting instead.
Yeah. So, I think as we move forward into the final, my favourite for this will be Mr. Kant. For this, I think, a first and a third, he's definitely the top man. I mean, we may see more from other drivers. I mean, we've not seen much from Bristow tonight, which is a shame. Perks has been up there most of the night as well, but just sort of in the middle, as Lucky.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see, with it being a longer race, we may see more from them.
I mean, the only thing I'll say in Bristow's favour is we didn't see much from him in the heats at the last meeting either. It was only really the final where he came into his own. I'd be interested to see where Perkster finishes in this one. I'd put Perkster now in with a very good chance of finishing on the podium. I think it'll take a lot of wrecking for him to win it. but he's one of the only drivers that have finished both races within the positions. I don't think my pre-meeting bet of Rue is going to bring me any money home this time, which is unfortunate.
No,
drivers blocking me in here, trying to get me pedal car out of the way.
So as we look at the front row, it's Licker G and Perkster at the front two. It's fantastic seeing that old-looking Volvo there in the front row. Fantastically turned out tonight. Love seeing the older stuff.
How has Licker G managed to get pole position again?
Don't know. I don't think he'll be there for long.
Well, no, we've got Steve Sitka sat in third behind Licker G, so he could get put away early. We are now in position. Eat My Meat is sat at the back. I think he's deliberately gone to the back. He's now in place and ready to go with that very familiar dorsal fin. I think we are ready, Mr. Starter.
Right, and we'll get speeding up now. Just come round.
Driver's just hanging back here. It's a nice rolling lap so far, and there they go. Licker G into the lead with Steve Sitka in second place, Perkster dropping down to fourth, and Staples through into third place. Staples has shown good pace all the way through this meeting, so don't be surprised to see him up there at this stage. Connor Shim through into second place, Licker G still in first. As we come round turns 3 and 4, Licker G with a nice lead now, and that looks like Staples moving into second place as we go on to lap 3 already.
So it looks like things. It's a similar thing from we've seen earlier tonight with Licker G out in front, Staples in second there, but it's Connor Shin that's getting up the inside of Staples there as he come out of turns 2. Is he going to get the run on him that they want? He's got it, and but Staples is coming back on the exit of turn 4. They're still side by side.
Very neat racing for Banger drivers. Very neat racing.
Oh, but Licker G has slowed up a bit there. That's allowed Connor Shin to get the move, and he's was just on the back of the bumper of Licker G. Steve Sitka now's up the inside of Staples, and then it's Rue down in 5th and Issett in 6th. They're all very close at the front at the moment. It looks like that's Jokers of the wingman there getting involved. Doesn't seem to be massively on pace. He's already been lapped. So, but Licker G out in front.
One driver well down the order is Jay Cant in 11th place. I don't know what's gone on there. Possibly some drivers have taken him out with him, proving the favourite in the first 2 races. Staples now taking the inside liner and the lead over Licker G, with Steve Sitka possibly coming through to second. Eat My Meat looks like he might be causing some trouble there. Pulls across the front of Licker and indeed leans him up the wall. That's Licker well out of contention at this stage.
Gru's got in the world, as has Sleazy on turns 3 and 4. That's a few casualties in that coming together there. Staples seems to have got out in front. That it looks like Licker G's dropped down to 9th place now. So Steve Sitka on the back of Staples. Connor Shin's also up there, as is Issett now. Perkster there in 5th place. We did say that we may see something from him in this one.
Yeah, he just seems to be sitting there. He's happy with 4th or 5th at this stage, just letting the front runners do the hard ground, get past the back markers. You can see Perkster picking a nice line round the outside. Staples has now lost the lead to Steve Sitka. But Perkster has actually lost out there and ended up in 7th. And that man, Jay Cant, back up into 5th place at this stage.
He's a very fast man, and he's just showing how easy it is to get through the traffic. He has no problems in busy traffic at all. I'd like to see him on the M6, definitely. In rush hour.
Of course, you can't put your bumper in on the M6. Sleazy going in for a big hit on Jokers there, a lap down. I think that's Sleazy out of this race at this stage. Avoiding, obviously, everyone getting wrecked. J-Camp now up to 2nd place as we've lost
Steve
Staples.
Tips was just took out by Sleazy, and J-Camp's also gone in. That's a massive crash on turns 3 and 4. That was all caused by Sleazy taking Sitka out. That's allowed Connor Shin up to 1st, with Bristow now in 2nd place. Are we going to see deja vu?
It's looking that way, isn't it? Although, again, that man Perkster's still in 4th place. He doesn't matter what seems to happen, the track could be completely jammed and Perkster's still going to come through it. Connor Shin now been distracted by Sleazy, and that's allowed Bristow into 1st place, and Perkster now made his way up to 3rd. That man Jay Cant, though, is still in 4th place and catching these front 4 up really quickly, front 3 up actually. Connor Shin has now been passed by Bristow. Bristow overtaking, but possibly a few laps early at this stage. Look who's waiting for them on turns 3 and 4.
It's Gru there. The man that's causing the issues for someone to get his teammate up there, who's currently sat in 4th. Steve Sipka's just been took about. He's a massive hit by Sleazy on Oppo. That was Connor Shin that got involved there. Perkster now up to 2nd place. And Cant now up to 3rd.
Steve Sitka a lap down. Steve Sitka was an early leader in this one. Jay Cant comes through now. Jay Cant into the lead, with Perkster still in 2nd place, 3rd place even. Doesn't seem to matter how many
Bruce
cars
just been
go
taken
past
out by
him.
Perkster.
And Jay Cant's
Sleazy's
just
just
been done
took
on the
Cant out.
nose.
That's Perkster's up to the lead. And Perkster's now in the lead in the old Volvo. He's absolutely flying round.
2 laps left. This is turning into an absolute classic. Sleazy lad again on Oppo. Is he going to go for the leader? He's not gone for the leader this time. He's gone for Staples, who was in 2nd place. On to his last lap now, Perkster. This could be a famous victory for the Trackstar man. Coming round into the last corner. What's he got in front of him?
Here comes Staples. Staples on Oppo on Perkster. He stopped him.
Big
That's
hit.
not going to allow Lucky. Lucky's coming through. Lucky's going to come through.
Perkster's got it though.
Lucky's
Perkster's through.
And Perkster's got it.
Wow.
And Licker G just close behind. What a race. What a race. That was anyone's there on that last corner. There was at least 3 drivers who could have had that then. And Bristow brings home 3rd. Nice to see him up high there. So as we look at the result that's confirmed so far, so it's Perks that takes home the win for Trackstar. They'll be very happy with that. Fantastic drive from him. Licker G brings home 2nd, Bristow in 3rd, Connor Shin in 4th, Mr. Cant in 5th, Lucky home in 6th, which is a shame, as he just managed to get the lead as he exited turn 4, but got caught up in the end.
It looked like he was going to get it, didn't it, to be fair?
Yeah, and he just seemed to get clipped and he got spun round, and that was his night over.
Definitely.
What a race.
Yeah, it really was anybody's on that last lap. Unbelievable action. Well done to all the drivers there, particularly the drivers on Oppo, who really made that entertaining. Just going to give Perkster a party invite. I don't know whether he'll be coming in for an interview or not. He's one of the quieter drivers. But if he doesn't fancy it, we can always see if we can maybe get a chat with some of the other drivers. I think he has indeed joined the party, so hopefully if he just includes his audio, everybody will be able to hear him. Hello, Martin.
You all right? Have you clicked the little box in the party, just so we can hear you? There's a little box in the party. It says include my audio, and then everyone will be able to hear you then.
Yeah, that's the button.
Awesome.
Yeah, how you doing, chaps? All right.
Yeah, not bad. A good win for you there.
Yeah, the little Bulldogs are pretty good. They're in an A class, but they still handle well.
Bulldog wouldn't be a car I'd pick for a meeting like this. So what was the thinking behind picking the Bulldog?
I always tend to race different. Even in the real world, when Mondeo started coming in, I hated them, so I never raced Mondeo. So on this game, the road cutter seems to be one everyone has. So I thought, I'm not ever racing a road cutter. So I raced the rubbish.
Nothing wrong with that, but it seems to have done you well there.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, the Bulldog in an A class seems to go really well. In a B class, a bit better, but keep out of trouble, keep going. Sleazy helped a lot in the last lap. He got in the way of quite a few, which I got away with.
Yeah, I noticed lap 19, I think it was. It looked like Sleazy let you through. And then going into that last corner, I think it was Staples on Oppo came in and gave you a great shot. You must have thought the race was lost at that stage.
I thought that was it, and then lucky as he come by, he knocked the back of me and got me back up to speed. Then he got caught by Sleazy on the bend, so I got it back. Then you put the camera behind and go, come on, go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
fantastic race to watch.
That's the way it goes. I mean, the other week in Sats's league, I nearly won the English on the last corner in a little Saab thing.
Did mention that earlier,
unlucky not to win that
in the Firefly. For a car that's not known, another car that's not known for being quick, really.
It's nimble. It handles okay.
Yeah. And you were looking
at
that one.
You just got to watch the race in front of yourself and judge where to go, and hope you take the right way. It's the same in the real world.
Yeah, definitely.
I think as we was commentating on that, we could see that every time there was a blockage, you seem to come through it. You always seem to be in third or fourth, but you always seem to come through it somehow. So that was great action. So you've come from Trackstar as Trackstar's seed. So
Trackstar seed, I've always liked Trackstar for the years.
Yeah. So for those who haven't raced Trackstar, what do you like most about Trackstar?
When I used to run a league, I used to split it up into different tracks and different cars, not just the same track week in, week out. You'd always break it up in tracks. So I was always sort of done different cars, like one make car meetings, and mix up the tracks a little bit. All small tracks, not the big tracks where you get lost, but makes it interesting.
Good stuff. And when do Trackstar normally race, if people want to come and race against you?
He runs Friday nights about 10:30, and a couple of Sundays. I think this Friday is his last meeting of the season.
Right.
And then he normally has like a couple of 3 weeks break, and then he starts up a new season.
So it's a good time for new drivers to get involved and
keep an eye on their webpage on Facebook, and keep an eye on when the new season starts up.
Right, excellent. Well, it's been great speaking to you, mate. You got anything you'd like to ask him, Sean, before he goes? Or
no,
I
we're all
don't
good.
think so. I think we're all good for as we move on. So thanks for speaking with us there.
Yeah, have a rod round the all-comers and smash it up on a DD.
Yeah, and obviously having won this one, that puts you in prime position for the next one. Will you be back in 5 weeks' time?
Yeah, I'll be here. So keep going.
Good stuff.
Sleazy will bully me now because he thought he'd out me. He'll probably pick on me now.
Fantastic.
Spot on.
Right, cheers, guys.
No worries.
I'll see you soon.
Cheers.
See you later.
Thank you very much.
Well, jubilant as ever, as you might expect for winning that one. I think as Sleazy mentioned earlier, in a lobby full of such fast drivers, I don't think he'd have been expecting to win it in a Bulldog.
No, not at all. I mean, but maybe that was just it that went in his favour. Like I said in the heats, he was sort of there or thereabouts, and sort of just kept himself to himself, and he did it in that one. And luckily, he's made a bit of a friend. Sleazy helped him out a bit there. So sometimes it just takes that one driver, just go, oh, I'll help you out this race, but next race might be different.
Definitely. So I think we're going to get them rolling with the all-comers. Just before we get this all-comers going, if there's anybody with a HIAB that can get down to where that caravan was, Daniel Nelson's having trouble moving that because it's now been blocked in by someone. So I don't know, that's going to potentially cause some problems as the meeting goes on. So if someone could get a HIAB down there and sort that situation out for us, that would be marvellous. We're going to give these drivers a nudge to try and get them ready for this all-comers. Whilst we're waiting for some of these drivers to ready up, Sean, is there any leagues that you want to point people towards?
I think probably some of the leagues that we've not spoke about before, and we're on the last one, is Northern Bangers. We'd like to get people to go towards there. As we mentioned earlier, obviously there's my league, SBL. Some fantastic. I mean, every league that's been represented tonight is worth racing in. All done at different times. So if you feel that if you're new to this watching, and you feel that you know, or when's available. There's times throughout
the whole
the week.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you know, ranging from normally around 7 o'clock till probably around 11 o'clock midnight. You know,
Yes,
sometimes, you know, meetings throughout all the
sometimes
leagues.
even earlier, sometimes even later.
Yeah, so you can get your tea stuck into that, and there's also teams leagues going about as well if you want to get yourself involved. You've got a group of friends. If anyone's got any issues, you know, give anyone a message, and we'll try and
Point
help
in the
you
right
as best as we
direction.
can.
Yeah, I think a couple of leagues to mention that haven't been represented tonight. SSBL, they do saloon stocks, and I think they've got Teams League. A relatively new league. They wanted to enter a driver this time, but with them being a newer league, we didn't feel as though it was right. But get yourselves down to that league, help them build it. Another league that started on Sunday is Bristow's Saloon Stocks. Bristow's having a go at promoting, so hopefully that's going to go successfully.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try, providing the better half will let me, and we'll see how that goes. But it's great to see all these new leagues springing up and hopefully being successful.
Yeah, definitely. And the community's fantastic at the moment. Oh, I'm having some contact with the. I'm being pushed.
You are being pushed, aren't you?
Are we ready?
I think you can start moving now, mate. We are moving the camera's position, but we will be going shortly. And Lucky straight into lead. Having pushed you back down. I'm keeping an eye on the action here as the pace car gets absolutely bladdered there on the home straight. Sean136 said he didn't want to race in this meeting. The lads have had a different idea and he's been put in first corner. Shot of the meeting for me, that one. Are you still there, Sean? Are you knocked out or are you going?
I think I'm alright. It's a little bit interesting. I think for next time, I think we'll need a cage. I'm still not parted up yet, so there's orbit team.
Jay Cant is already wrecked, so I guess he was involved in that. On the back straight there, you can see the pace car has been done again. Some cracking shots going on there. We asked the drivers to entertain us in the all-comers, and they didn't even wait for the green flag.
Absolutely fantastic. Only 10 health left on that.
Connor Shin putting a shot in there on Will, who was prone on the wall. Is it going nicely in the lead here? Good lead over Lucky. Is it just emptying Jokers on the back straight there? Jokers has spent most of this race going for the pace car. Is it has put Gru wide? He must have known something was coming. Connor Shin, who's a lap down right on the back of Is it. He goes in for a shot. He's going to put him wide. Is it has still got the space though to be able to come back out in first place, but he comes across Eat My Meat, who, let's face it, you don't want to be coming across him when you're leading.
No, not at all. But it looks like Isit has got the lead so far.
Yeah, I think
G there moves up to second now.
Licker G has been the Neely man of this meeting, finishing on the podium twice so far. He now takes up the lead though, coming out of turns 3 and 4 on lap 8, going on to lap 9. We'll try and move the action to Licker G. There he is at the top. You can hear in the stands there his mum and grandma going absolutely wild. Staples takes him in though, that allows Lucky into the lead.
Oh, Steve Sipka, massive hit, absolute massive hit on Licker G, and Will also went in. Sleazy's also got in on Licker G. Licker G's only dropped to second though. This race is absolutely carnage.
Yeah.
As you can see by the pace car.
We're on board with Lucky, and Lucky's coming up to pass Connor Shin, who's a lap down now, but sat in 5th place. So that shows you how far ahead the leaders are. As Connor Shin goes in for a shot
Licker
on the
G's
leader.
In the wall.
Perks
are now up to second. Is he going to do? He could get this one here.
Perks is nearly a lap down though on Lucky. Lucky just needs to try and keep his car going the right way, and he should have this one. He probably deserves it after that final.
Definitely. I mean, this might be some redemption for not winning the final, but Connor Shin's all over the back of him. Is he going to try and put him in here? And he's going for the hit, and he's just followed Lucky into absolute fantastic here there by Connor Shin. but
Will look like
Lucky
he might
still
have been
managed
going
to
for a
pull
shot
away.
as well. Just needs to keep his composure here because he has got the space. Will is going in and Will spins him out into the top corner. He's still got the lead though. That man Perkster is in second. He's coming round with Licker G right behind him in third.
So Licker G there is down in second. Oh, looks like Perks has just made up to second now. It's nice to see the older material showing up the more common stuff. The Lucky's just been hit by Eat My Meat there. Massive T-bone. Licker G there. Trying to go
Perkster
through.
now through into first place with
again.
Licker in second.
Just been stopped by Connor Shin there on turn one.
On board with Licker, who is still in second. Perkster's in first, going on to the last corner, but nobody's on Oppo for him. And it looks like Perkster coming on to take another win. Lucky coming home in
fantastic.
second, and Licker in third.
That's how you rub it into people that you don't need a road cutter to win.
Definitely. I think
so. Lucky down in second, and Licker G in third.
Look who's coming home for a famous fourth place. The only car left running, Will 248, finishing off his rival Eat My Meat as he goes across the line as well. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, definitely. That was a good one. I mean, the fact that he managed to keep going in that one, the majority of the field were dead by the end of it. Absolutely fantastic. I think we have Licker G wants to have a quick chat with us before.
Okay, we'll get Licker in before the DD. Yeah.
Just quickly. It was a shame for him not to win. It's a shame he's not had a win tonight, actually. He's been up there all night and been very quick.
I think he's probably done best of the rest, I'd say. You take Perkster out the results, and he would have won the final, and he would have finished second in the all-comers. He's had a third in Heat 1. So he's been up there or thereabouts all the way through it. As he joins now, we'll just get him to include his audio at the top of the party.
Hello.
Hello, Licker.
Hello. Have you ticked the little box in the party?
Indeed, I have.
Audio. Fantastic. Having a good meeting so far?
Yeah, to be fair, I would have thought I would have been a marked man, to be fair, but I've kind of got through and done my bit, really.
That's good. You've been going well throughout the whole meeting, to be fair, mate. You've got a lot of travelling support with you here today. Is there anyone in the crowd you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like a special mention to Margaret Garbs and Karen Garmston.
Yeah.
Very good fans of mine.
Good, yeah.
Come all the way from the Wednesbury today to get here. 200-mile trip, and it's been worth it, really. Coming home in second.
Yeah, fantastic. You've been lucky not to get a win tonight, really.
Yeah.
I think, you've definitely had that road cutter on good form. Is that normally your favourite choice of car?
Yeah, it's normally the weapon of choice, to be fair. In the practice, I tried the rammer, but I just couldn't get used to the rammer, so I'll jump back in the trustworthy road cutter, and it's done me well. So I can't really complain.
So we asked all the drivers before the meeting to give us a brief description of what they'd done so far in the Xbox scene, and once we've finished reading all 11 pages of your brief bio, we can see you've done a lot. So what would you say is your biggest achievement so far on the Xbox?
Oh, probably becoming Garmo World World Champion, but VBRL World Cup is up there.
Yeah,
he's up there as well.
Garmo Worth's a promotion we've not really mentioned yet. Is that your own promotion?
No. Yeah, indeed it is. Indeed it is, and I still run normally, but sometimes I don't really get the time, and my league ain't the biggest, so I normally race VBRL because it's a better league, honestly, to be fair. So I thought I might as well race there.
Well, that's very kind of you, mate. But I think obviously we've been going a lot longer than Garmo worth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you don't get a lot of time. So what do you spend your time doing at the moment?
I raced the Wreckfest version on the PC with all the mods with the banger UK banger cars and the UK banger tracks. So that normally gets most of my time and doing all the skins on a PC, which is
Fantastic.
all.
Skins, of course, the paint jobs that you can do for the cars.
Yes, paint jobs, yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Just in case people weren't sure.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
excellent. Well, it's been great speaking to you. What, were you going to say something else there?
No, no, it's alright.
Okay, excellent. Well,
Right.
any tactics for the DD? Any cars you're aiming for?
Gotta be Staples, to be fair. Staples 2003 is definitely wearing it now.
Okay,
Just
did
a bit of
he
revenge.
put you in on that Alchemist, did he?
Yeah, he put me in through the doors, and then I come round again. He sat there again, and he leaves me up the wall. Well, know what I'm doing, but I'll just get him back in this in the DD now.
Right, well, we'll try and
Fantastic.
catch that action.
Bullets bang racing at the end of the day. So
Yeah. Fantastic.
Well,
Good to hear.
brilliant meeting. Really enjoyed it. To be fair, and to be fair, I've surprised myself really. What I've done.
Yeah, you've gone very well, mate. I think we probably was expecting you to be up there, to be fair, pace-wise. But with a lobby full of really fast drivers, it's very hard to call.
Yeah.
But I don't think you've done yourself a disservice tonight at all.
Really likes a Jay Kant in the lobby. A very, very quick driver. Very quick. And if you can try and keep up with him, you know you're doing well. So it's one of them really.
Definitely.
Okay, I think we're going to get on with this DD before the
Okay.
before we lose the light.
Thank
So
you
best
for
of
your
luck for
time.
that. No worries, mate.
No,
Thank you for your time.
Not a problem. You're welcome.
See you later.
See you later,
See ya.
mate. See ya. So we're going to get started with this DD. Hopefully the drivers allow us to get off the track before they start the action. We might just park mine up on the left there. Oh yeah, oh, we've been put in there by Sleazy Lad, there's a surprise. Just as this race starts to get underway, the burger vans are running out of burgers, so if you want a burger, get yourselves down there. I can already see Snapper 76, they're literally running to the burger bar on turn 3. But get yourselves down there, guys, quick, because once Snapper hits the front of the queue, that'll be it, they'll be gone.
Definitely. I think I saw Gypsy chasing after. I think there was a bit of a fight trying to get to the front of that queue, so that'll be interesting.
When it comes to food,
that might
mate,
be
there's
worth
only
watching.
one winner. There's only one winner, and that's Snapper.
So as we move on to the action, as we get away from the action off the track, it's action on track as well. Steve Sittenby taking a massive hit off Bristow on turns 4.
Yeah, he emptied
there's
about
loads of
3
action on turns
bars
1 and
there of
2.
health.
Yeah, he's Steve Sittenby's looking less for wear. Liquor G on Oppo. And,
Keeping an eye on Liquor.
Keep my meat. Grew's gone upside down, and that's Sleazy that's gone in for a massive hit as he just managed to get on all 4 wheels.
Of course, Liquor promising a big hit on Staples, and he went in for a big hit, but I think he got Bristow, who was in similar colours to Staples. So I think Bristow there getting the brunt of what was supposed to be a revenge shot. After some massive action early on, the race has turned a bit roddy here. Or the DD rather has turned a bit
Bristow
roddy.
just took a double following from Will there. Took Itty and Bristow in. Will had a fantastic shot there. It's normally Will at the front of those follow-ins, to be fair.
It is, yeah, and I'd say he's going quite well in this DD. He seems to be preserving his car. Staples going in for a shot on Will, and that allows, I think that was Bristow going in for a shot on Will, and Eat My Meat's coming up behind him
Staples
here.
upside down.
Oh, big shot going in from Eat My Meat on Staples. Massive shot. So Liquor G is on top corner.
Oh, this is seems to be getting a little bit roddy. This is a couple cars trying to turn it round. Hopefully they'll get the hits in. They're all a bit low on health. Looks like Eat My Meat seems to be better off at the moment. Lucky seems to have turned it round, and a massive hit from Licker G there. Absolutely massive.
We're on board with Lucky here, coming
Staples.
on
Here comes
Oppo.
Lucky.
Straight into the back of that sleazy car. I think it was already gone at the time of impact, but Lucky just making sure. And Bristow, big shot on Lucky.
Bristow's not far off done there in this one.
Oh, Connor Shin's on the other side of the barrier. Massive shot from Lucky on the back straight, and then Will jacking Connor up, and Connor ended up on the wrong side of the fence there. Hopefully no spectators got hurt in that.
Did he join the pace car? Was he after the pace car, maybe?
Well, not intentionally, no. he very much got...
not this time, anyway.
He got introduced to that side of the track, I believe. Eat My Meat, big shot on Will, finishing Will off there. 4 cars left, Sean. Who's your money on?
Probably it'll be Eat My Meat at the moment. But Connor Shin's got a good amount of help. But Connor Shin just put himself in the wall. And that's put him down less now.
You'd have to say that was a big mistake. He had to go for the shot, but you need to try and get it, don't you?
Massive head-on from Connor Shin. It's more down to Eat My Meat in Staples. Like we were saying earlier, Eat My Meat, one of the most versatile drivers on Xbox. You know, fantastic, absolutely when he wants to be, rodding his socks off. But he's lost a lot of health there, but also an amazing wrecker, as it shows in this, as he has been all night.
Connor Shin putting a big shot in on him there, and action's going on down that back corner, and we lose 2 of the drivers. And that was Licker and Staples, so Licker getting the revenge he was after. And this is going to be, now, a 2-horse race. Connor Shin with slightly the more health, but you'd have to say with the wingman of Eat My Meat, that's probably where the money lies at this stage.
I would say so. They've both turned it round. Connor is looking like he's realised that he's gone the other way. And he's
going to get down to ground level here for this big head-on. Oh, we've missed.
No. They must be must want to get up to speed. Here they go on the back straight.
Oh.
Massive head-on. And it's... I couldn't say who won that, to be honest.
I think we'd have to put that down to a tie there. Both of them taking that win. Great action in that one. I'd have to say probably a better DD than we had last time round. That was really good to see, though.
Yeah, just fantastic. A fantastic DD. It's been a fantastic meeting. I think we have someone who wants to have a chat with us. If we can get them here, which will be Staples.
Staples is going to come and have a chat, and we'll find out what he thinks of Licker's comments in that last interview.
But you know, any thoughts on tonight's meeting before we get him in?
Another massive success, Sean. I think it's only fair that we say a massive thank you to yourself for organising the majority of this meeting and getting the seeds sorted. I think the drivers have really outdone themselves today, in all honesty. As Staples joins us in the commentary booth. Hello, have you included your audio, mate?
Yes, I have, I think. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. So, you're now a veteran of these meetings, mate, having done both of the 2. How did that compare to the first one?
Much tougher. There was a lot more crashing, and, well, I think the racing was way closer. I'm pretty sure everyone led at least one lap in every race, pretty much. It was a cracking race.
I mean, in a some sort of fantasy battle where you put the 16 drivers, the 14 drivers from the first meeting against the 14 drivers from the second meeting, I think it would be a really interesting fight, that.
Oh, definitely.
But I think, you lads tonight have put on a good show for us. Was you aware?
Cracking racing.
Was you aware of that shot you was going to get in the DD there at the end?
I was told. I didn't hear it, but I was told.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Nothing really happened too much. So.
No. Can you talk us through what led to that? Was you aiming for Lickergy in the final and the all comers, or was it just one of those where he was the car that came round?
Just if he's winning, I'm stopping him, or it depends who's in first. Depends really.
Yeah.
So I wasn't aiming for anyone in particular. Just going for anyone who's well up.
Just trying to, yeah. No, I understand that completely. I must admit, when I go on off-pole, it doesn't tend to be anyone I'm aiming for. It's just whoever's first round that corner.
You enjoyed tonight then, Staples?
Of course, it was very fun, very enjoyable. Just as last time, but a little bit better.
Fantastic. A little bit better. Does that mean you're going to try just as hard to get into the next one?
I'll try, but I don't think many people are going to want me in it again. Not for
I think as we move along with these, I think it's going to get even harder with people wanting to get into this even more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was definitely harder to get in this time than it was last time.
Well, we've got 5 weeks till the next one, so I mean, obviously there's still going to be the same amount of chances to get in, but they're going to be spread out more, and that should allow for more drivers to be able to enter each chance to get in. I think you still stand a good chance of getting in, mate. Your pace was clearly there tonight. You just seemed to get taken out when the races got towards the pointy end. You got a second in Heat 2, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, again, so close to winning that, but someone's brake seized up in front of me, so just lost that on the last corner.
These things will happen with these older cars. It can happen.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it's been nice speaking to you, mate. And it's been a pleasure watching your race tonight. You've really put on a show for the crowd.
Thank you.
So yeah, we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you. Good meeting, guys. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
No worries.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
No worries, mate. So, do you have any details on the next one, Sean?
I don't have a full-on confirmed date as of yet. We have an idea when we're hoping to run it. We are hoping to run it around, as you've already mentioned, in 5 weeks' time, which will set it around the 25th to the 26th of June.
I heard rumours that we're possibly moving it to a Wednesday for the next one.
Yes.
Which will put it at the 24th of June as a preliminary date to put in your diaries.
But things may move around. Around that week, hopefully, that's what we're hoping for. But just look out for on your side promotion, and things will pop up around as we move forward. As we will try and sort out drivers to get seeded in again, and we'll start the ball rolling again.
Definitely,
it's been fantastic organising it, and it, all our effort has paid off again.
Yeah, definitely. It's been great seeing the support the meeting's got and how much it's building the community up, and hopefully that carries on. So I guess in a week's time, don't do it yet. Don't be frustrating your promoters yet, but maybe in a week's time, start tentatively asking your promoters how you can get into this next meeting. And hopefully we'll be seeing you at the next one, possibly interviewing you at the next one after you've won the final.
Yeah, definitely. We hope to hear from everyone. Hope everybody's enjoyed watching it. And maybe you've seen another league you want to get involved with and heard about another league. So make sure you search all them on Facebook and get yourselves involved.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, just one more announcement before we leave, Sean. I think I completely forgot this one. I believe it is Gru 157's birthday today. So a very happy birthday to him. And hopefully he enjoyed his meeting today. And it's capped off what has hopefully been a nice birthday for him.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully. I think I think it's been a good night, and I look forward to the next one. I look forward to who qualifies. You know, you never know. You might even see Gypsy Driver in. You know, if he wins the cup.
Stranger things have happened.
Well, yeah.
But you never know. You never know.
No.
Right. Well, thank you for commentating with me tonight, and thank you for setting this up. And
Not a
thank you
problem.
to all the spectators who came to watch us. Please make your way safely out of the stadium, keeping that social distancing as you leave to the car park and go home. And we'll see you all next time.
See you all in a few weeks.
I'd love to feel your body, but try to touch your soul. I'm tired of fake versions, I want something whole. Craving something